It was supposed to be a routine late-night interview, an easy laugh session between two seasoned entertainers. But things took an unexpected turn when Seth Rogen took his seat across from Stephen Colbert on a Tuesday night edition of The Late Show. Rogen, known for his candid takes and unfiltered humor, entered the stage with his trademark chuckle and rolling gait. The crowd cheered as he waved, lit up the set with his infectious grin, but beneath the surface there seemed to be a crackle in the air, a kind of tension that hinted this would be anything but an ordinary sit-down. What started as lighthearted banter about movies and marijuana quickly shifted into heavier territory, and that shift was as jarring as it was unexpected. The conversation drifted into politics, and Seth Rogen, never one to mince words, made a jab at what he called Hollywood hypocrisy. Prompting Colbert to raise an eyebrow and shift in his seat, Rogen dug deeper, pointing fingers at unnamed celebrities for virtue signaling while maintaining questionable private behavior. Colbert, clearly uncomfortable, tried to redirect the topic, but Rogen doubled down, bringing up specific examples and throwing out veiled references that left the audience gasping. This was no longer a comedy segment. It was an on-air confrontation with both men visibly bristling under the studio lights. Neither seemed willing to back down, and the laughter died out quickly. The energy on set shifted palpably. What once felt like entertainment turned into a verbal sparring match. Colbert, who has built a reputation on biting satire and composed hosting, found himself being challenged in his own domain. He responded sharply, calling Rogen's comments unfair and irresponsible. Rogen shot back, accusing late-night shows of being complicit in celebrity culture, echo chambers. The tension spiraled out as the live audience sat frozen, unsure whether to laugh or groan. Producers behind the cameras began to fidget, some whispering into headsets as the segment went wildly off script. There was no punchline here, just raw ego clashing under hot cameras as the exchange continued. Rogen began raising his voice and leaning forward, breaking the traditional guest-host barrier, his tone no longer playful but cutting. Colbert tried to maintain professionalism, but his voice trembled slightly, betraying irritation. He questioned Rogen's motives, implying the actor was using the platform to promote outrage rather than insight. This only inflamed things more. Rogen stood up mid-sentence, waving his hands and challenging Colbert on his integrity and influence in shaping public opinion. A hush fell over the studio. The mood shifted from awkward to volatile. Some audience members exchanged looks, whispering nervously. Production crew members approached the edge of the set, clearly on alert. Unsure whether to step in as the back and forth escalated, Colbert finally told Rogen to calm down, but the actor snapped back, accusing the host of shutting down uncomfortable truths and being part of a machine that rewards conformity over courage. At that point, the show's director made a call and cut to commercial. Prematurely, the screen went dark, leaving viewers at home stunned. The broadcast resumed minutes later without Rogen on stage and Colbert visibly shaken, offering a vague explanation about technical issues without directly mentioning what had occurred moments before. Backstage witnesses later reported that Rogen stormed off, refusing to cool down and yelling about censorship and cowardice in mainstream media. He was escorted out by security, not forcibly, but with insistence. He reportedly refused to return for any post-show meet and greet or photo op. The mood behind the scenes was described as tense and surreal, with staff scrambling to adjust the remaining show segments to fill the sudden time gap. Colbert, meanwhile, returned to the stage alone, attempting to recover the show's rhythm, but visibly flustered, offering awkward laughs and quick segues to lighter content. Social media exploded within minutes of the incident. Hashtags like Rogen v. Colbert and Seth Wolkoff trended across platforms, with users posting theories, support criticisms, and amateur lip readings of the censored part of the broadcast clips began circulating online, with different interpretations of who was right, who crossed the line, and what it said about the state of comedy and free speech on television. Some applauded Rogen for speaking his truth. Others slammed him for being disrespectful to a host on his own platform. Late-night fans split into factions, turning a fiery TV moment into a wider cultural debate. By the following morning, headlines across major outlets echoed with different spins. Some called it a meltdown, others a protest. Some focused on Rogen's history of speaking out, while others questioned Colbert's ability to manage conflict on live television. Official statements from the show were minimal. A spokesperson for CBS simply said the segment did not go as planned, and both parties have chosen to move on privately. Neither Rogen nor Colbert immediately commented directly, but both posted cryptic messages on social media hinting at deeper frustrations and unresolved tensions beneath the on-air explosion. Industry insiders began whispering about future bookings and reputational damage. Some claimed Rogen had effectively blacklisted himself from certain networks, while others suggested the moment could boost his profile among younger, more rebellious audiences. Some comedians publicly supported Rogen, while others urged respect for platforms and hosts. Meanwhile, Colbert reportedly held a closed-door meeting with his team discussing how to better handle unpredictable interviews moving forward. Rumors swirled about guest guidelines being updated and future episodes being pre-recorded to avoid similar fiascos. The incident had clearly shaken the usually controlled world of late-night television. In the days that followed, analysis poured in from pundits, comedians, media critics, and fans alike dissecting every facial twitch word, choice, and body language cue from the segment. What remained clear was that something real had broken through the polished surface of entertainment. That night, something raw, unfiltered, and unresolved. Whether it was a clash of ego or ideals, viewers had witnessed a moment where television ceased being scripted comfort and became an unpredictable arena for confrontation. Both Rogen and Colbert remained public figures, but the night they clashed became more than just another episode. It became a cultural flashpoint etched into late-night lore.